We're starting off this week's show on the Caribbean island of St Marten, which back in September 2017 was hit by one of the most powerful Atlantic storms in its history. The hurricane was huge, bringing with it winds of over 300 kilometers an hour, and it left a trail of devastation in its path. But almost 2 years on, the island is now back and open for business. And this year, one of dance music's biggest annual festivals lent the locals a helping hand too. We sent Greg Mackenzie to find out more.
When Hurricane Irma made landfall on the small island of St Marten in September 2017, nobody had quite predicted its ferocity. Homes, businesses and beachfront hotels were reduced to rubble as the ocean washed away almost everything in its path.
It's heartbroken, honestly. I mean, right now you're seeing a little bit of the workers, repairing their buildings and, businesses. But before, you wouldn't be able to pass through here, definitely. Here was like a deserted area. It was really rough. Unfortunately, not everybody could make it during those rough times.
Well, totally destroyed the Hurricane Irma, which had 35 meters high of waves, which is not a hurricane at that time now. This is a tsunami. Yes, it was too strong and it devastated almost the whole entire coast of the island and the island too.
The hurricane lasted for 3 days and caused over $1 billion of damage.
Almost 80% of the island was affected, and locals have said this was the worst hurricane in living memory. Now here on Orient Bay, this wasn't spared. Just behind me was their holiday homes, totally wiped out.
But now, almost 2 years on, the island is doing everything it can to rebuild and get the tourists back.
There might be a mass exodus from your island when there's such a hurricane, but our people, really the majority of people stayed. They worked hard, they worked for each other, and from just cleaning up the roads and getting their houses back in order to showing up to work the next day, police officers, medical staff, they were all back to work the next day after the storm to try the rebuilding effort of the island.
There's work still to do, and help has come from an unlikely source. The SXM Music Festival is the biggest annual event here on St Marten and is widely regarded as one of Clubland's most stunning and bohemian getaways. It attracts about 4,000 people, but what's truly special this year is that many of the revelers have swapped dance music for paintbrushes and hard hats.
Is everybody awake?
It's an early start and I take my seat here at the Regina Primary School in the Simpson Bay area.
So a lot of painting needs to be done in that container, inside and outside.
Samantha Beaton-Elfson is the principal here and she's got a long list of things that need to be done.
So Samantha, how badly devastated was the school?
Pretty bad. We had quite some damage. 2 of our classrooms got damaged. They completely collapsed. So we had a lot of loss of material also, like computers, digital school boards, but also the books.
The volunteers are here for about 5 hours in the scorching heat. But luckily, some of the pupils have also come along to give a helping hand.
So it's not just painting that's taking place here, there's some real hard labour too. Now, who would have thought when I was coming to St Marten, I'd be moving rubble?
The heat is intense, but everybody is upbeat, just keen to get the job done. During the weekend of the festival, there are more than 150 volunteer projects taking place throughout the island. And over in the Dutch Quarter, these clubbers are helping out at a basketball court in Philipsburg that's in much need of some TLC. And amongst the volunteers, we found some big-name international DJs.
You know, we've been going around the island and we've seen the devastation that this hurricane has made. And I think as an artist, it's really important to bond with the community and also give back to the community. So when they contacted us and said, you know, we're renovating a basketball court, we're going to give back to the community that has given us so much, and also to the nature. I mean, it was without any hesitation. I was like, yeah, I'm down to do it. And here we are.
Given that most people had come here to St Marten to party, the turnout wasn't massive, but it was respectable. And next year, SXM are hoping to encourage even more festival goers to take part by maybe offers of discounted tickets to travellers who sign up to the programme.
It's an easy sell. I mean, I wish I had more words for it, but it is an easy sell. It's a wonderful thing that actual international DJs, festival goers and local people meet on a humble task, get to connect on a human level, and that brings so much more to the party.